Hello from Warner Park in St Kitts and Nevis. Here's an idea of where we are, right in the midst of those wonderful Caribbean islands that have provided so many splendid holidays for so many people. We're just a little west of Antigua, incidentally. And welcome to the highlights of this Group A match between South Africa and Scotland. The South Africans looking to confirm the kind of form that we saw from them the other day against the Netherlands. Scotland just fight away. They're a gutsy old side, if not as talented as the bigger nations. Let's put all of this into perspective. Australia have beaten Scotland already. South Africa have beaten the Netherlands, and then just the other day Australia all over the Netherlands. They're not finding things very easily. So a chance today for Scotland to stand up for the minnows, so to speak. It was an extremely good looking pitch, lovely for the batsman, you would reckon. The toss was won by Graham Smith, and surprisingly to most of us, he chose to field first. He said to Barry Richards he thought there was a bit of moisture about and his bowlers might get something out of it. There's the South African side. Mackay is back in it. Andre Nell misses out. The Scots have their captain away with a family bereavement, so for today Ryan Watson will take the reins. We're ready now for the play to get underway, and up in the commentary box early doors today were Greg Blewett and Barry Richards.
Fraser Watts is the man who's going to take the first ball, and the man who's going to bowl it is Sean Pollock, the ever-present Sean Pollock, one of the talisman for South Africa. He really is such an important part. There's quite a nice breeze blowing from well, it's almost across the ground, so it will aid Sean Pollock. Oh, a hint of shape and a bit of bounce. Yeah, it was always nice in the old days. You'd they'd say to you, do you want to take the first one? And invariably you say yes, because you could bank on a little loosener and kind of knock it away and get off the mark. Doesn't happen too much these days. They know that you create the most pressure when a batsman's on naught, and you want to exploit that. There's Mackay back in the side. Oh, beautifully bowled, just with the angle, left-hander. He bowls well to left-handers. 2 slips of gully, 3 in the covers, so plenty of support on the offside for Mackay. But this is a natural angle for him. That's better. He'll have to hurry again. Will he hit? And there's a big ask, and it'll go upstairs. The South Africans are keen. I think he might have just got in. It's going to be mighty close. He's been run out before. But slow out the blocks. And what's going to happen here? I think he's going to be just home. Boy, oh boy, that is a tight call. Not really stretching out. Over to you, Bluey.
I think he's home. Just got home with... And he's just in.
That knot is in very, very small letters. But it's all that counts. Here's Mackay. Lovely shot. This could be the first boundary. It will be.
Mackay over pitching on this occasion. Just a rank half volley, and Watts is good enough to play that fairly square of the wicket.
In the air, no gully at home, and it's 4. That just gives you an indication. Third man had to run about 5 yards. No chance.
What a lovely cover drive. Majid Huck is the man who executed it.
Good strike, and you get the idea that both these players are starting to get a measure of this attack and the pitch. It's very, very flat, not much pace and bounce on it. This is ideal for the Scottish players. They play on this more regularly, and they are growing in confidence.
4 more. Does look a good pitch.
Just starting to expand his range of strokes. It wasn't all that short, but it is true in bounce, this wicket. Doesn't need much in terms of trying to hit the ball to the boundary.
What a shot! What a fantastic shot! Oh! Fraser Watts, you little beauty.
Wasn't all that short, but he's been pressing forward. Driven 1 or 2 on the up. On this occasion, though, he decides he'll go cross bat. Off the front foot. Well, Mackay Ntini hasn't been hit like that too often. It is a good pitch. How long will it stay good for? That's the big question.
And that matches it. It's a tremendous stop. Charles Lagerfeld is the sprawling figure at straightish mid-on. But a pure straight drive following an outrageous pull stroke. It was almost an advance when that pull stroke was played by the batsman in his initial move. Yeah, Andrew Hall! He has worked the oracle. And to be honest, South Africa needed that. So Majid Haq, I'm afraid, is done for the day, at least with the bat in hand.
Joy for South Africa, although there is some relief to go with it. Just running it past the left-hander there. Another good catch to Boucher. Haq gone for 13, 35 for 1.
Fetch that. There was a shout of catch from Andrew Hall. It can only have been from optimism, because that is a powerful strike. It's 43 for 1.
First time we've seen a batsman come down the wicket. And it's probably what is needed here by the Scots. Captain Ryan Watson spoke of being positive today, and he's certainly going to lead from the front in that regard.
Good catch, simple, but has to be taken. Lovely balance from Graham Smith. They're the moments that separate the good from the very good. Sean Pollock's consistency is rewarded, though it's Charles Lagerfeld who gets the strike. All that work by Pollock, where he's restricted and restricted and restricted, finally forces a mistake. Graham Smith is the catcher. Fraser Watts has gone. It's 43 for 2.
Lovely shot. That'll give him a bit of confidence. Ryan Watson, who spent a lot of his time in junior cricket in South Africa. In fact, he captained Graham Smith and played with Mark Boucher. Getting a little bit of revenge, brings up to 50.
50 up. This is a splendid shot here by Watson. Just rocking onto that front foot and really just an extension of his defence. And that's all you have to do here. Middle the ball, make sure you get it through the gap, and you're going to get rewarded. So excellent stuff there.
He's gone. No, on the bounce. I thought it had carried. He's so good in that area, Graham Smith. He's got a little bit of a problem for that little finger. Now that's important, because that's his top hand. You have to really grip the bat, calling for some binding. Edge of the bat. Gee whiz. I tell you what, if he stays in, it'll be entertaining for the Scots. There'll be plenty of that.
Langeveld shaking his head. This is a decent shot here. Feet planted. Arms coming through nicely, and it's the placement 4 all the way. So Watson just putting a bit of pressure back on these South Africa bowlers, and have a look at these guys. They're enjoying it all.
Kevin Hamilton. He'll play the passive role in this partnership. Ryan Watson is the one who's the scorer. I think he'll play the passive role, but not for long. Trying to go over the top, set the bottom of the bat, and Andrew Hall has his second wicket.
Well, he has been quite sedate. Probably the first big shot he plays. Gavin Hamilton finds himself on the way back to the pavilion. Maybe there's a little bit in that, trying to be too proactive early. Has tried to hit on the up. Good catch there from De Villiers. So Hamilton now on his way for 4. Scotland 63 for 3.
It's bowled him. He had to make a move. Langerfeldt responding so well there. Saw the batsman come in and just fired in a quick Yorker there. Hasn't been an easy day for McCullum. He got some good bowling though. Hall and Langerfeldt were particularly good in terms of their lines and lengths to him.
Well, this was McCallum's first real risk that he took out there. Has to be said, very well bowled by Langerfeldt. McCallum just goes for 1. 21 balls faced though. Scotland now 71 for 4.
That's a great piece of fielding. That's where they are so good, the South African side. The inner ring is sharp. The agility is superb. And in De Villiers, they've got one of the best in the world in that regard.
Just watch the balance here of De Villiers. It was a good stroke by Dougie Brown, hitting on the up, but watch De Villiers. Dives to his left, both hands, gets up, throws all in one motion. That's just brilliant.
Was there a chance of that going onto the stumps?
Slower ball from Jacques Callis. Turned a little bit as well.
This is going to be tight. Direct hit. That is so off and out. De Villiers, Gibbs believes it's out. It has been referred. Watson, in fact, he's on his way.
De Villiers is having a brilliant day in the field. Watson's already walking off the field, and that's the reason why. A couple of feet short of his crease. De Villiers with a direct hit. Been absolutely sensational today, De Villiers in the field. Third umpire just confirms that, says out. So Ryan Watson very upset that he was called through for that single. Played very well today, Ryan Watson, for his 31. Scotland lose their 5th wicket for 84.
The 100 arrives to Scotland, so a happy moment for a happy team. It's 101 for 5.
Well, finally a boundary. Smith dropped short. Not enough pace in this pitch to get away with that. First 4 for 16 overs. So a bit of relief here for the Scottish batsmen. Get one finally away.
Well, if he'd been at slip, it might have been a chance. That's what's odd about it. Pretty difficult to stop a boundary unless the ball goes straight to Smith at short, fine third man. I mean, he's close to being a long stop.
They're not setting a field for that type of edge, but it's probably not a bad option to be in there at slip, because you're really in no man's land with Graham Smith, and as we talk now, he is going to come up to slip. Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
You could not ask for two teams who are looking each other in the eye. And they've all backing themselves. They've all brimful of talent. Wow. Mouth waters. Gone. Very late on the shot. He works on the theory, Sean Pollock. If you miss, I hit.
Smith's brief innings comes to an end thanks to Sean Pollock. Sean Pollock bowling stump to stump. Fairly straight ball, but Smith played all around that on that occasion, hitting middle and off stump. So Colin Smith has to depart for 15. Scotland are now in trouble, 113 for 6.
There's Dougie Brown. With perhaps the shot of the innings, it certainly matches the pull stroke for 6 a bit earlier by Fraser Watts.
A smile as well from Dougie. Is he just really now going to decide to go flat out here and try and play as many big shots as possible? That made it 6. It was controversial at the time. It's always the risk of bowling a bouncer and it being wided, but it's a tactical thing. You can't allow the batsman just to line you up.
It was clever to see the umpires work together there. I don't know if you'll get the square leg umpire in that shot, but Ahsoka De Silva, the bowler's umpire, wasn't sure, and at point Mark Benson signalled the wide to De Silva, who then signalled it formally to the scorer. It's a pretty good hit too. John Blaine showing his experience with a good honest thump down the ground, and the Scots could at least jig a little. 145 for 6. A regular red dot through that chart, and not enough big buildings in it either. The best we've just seen, the 46th over of the innings, went for 14. 3.1 is the present rate. It's been a very valuable exercise for the South Africans. It was a surprise to me that they didn't want to bat first. In theory, they get more out of the game if they bat their full 50 overs and then look to try to bowl Scotland out. But maybe they wanted a game doing it the other way around, doing the chasing, having had it all their own way, batting first against the Netherlands. It's another super shot. Oh, well, now then. AB is going to be under the third umpire's eye, I think. It's a question of whether or not he's in contact with the boundary rope at the same time as another part of his body is in contact with the ball. If so, it'll be 4. Now, when he touches it again here, we'll find out, because the ball's loose there. And as he goes to stop it, I think he's got away with it. Almost a gymnastic performance. Fabulous stroke from Dougie Brown, very characteristic Brown stroke. You might just be able to pick up through the microphones that Scotland are beginning to chant and cheer. The 150's on the board. Might be out, this. No, it's not out. It's a 6er. Sean Pollock looked nice and relaxed, and it got away from him. Well done, Dougie. 58 for 6 now.
They've come alive out here. There is quite a few Scots supporters. Far outnumber the South African supporters. Just shows yet again what a small field it is. There's no room to hide. You get it slightly wrong. Batsmen are quite comfortable hitting through the line. Doesn't even need to hit it that well to clear the rope.
And that'll be 4-2. There's no stopping that. Using the pace of the ball, you'll never stop it.
Tough on the bowlers, but hey, it's always been a batsman's game. Why should it change? seriously pose a challenge.
Isn't it wonderful what they can do? Justin Kemp seemed to have all the time in the world. And I'll bet John Blaine knew it as he saw the ball in mid-air. He's a big man, he's a good mover, and he's got a fabulous pair of hands as Justin Kemp.
Now Kemp has come off the boundary rope quite considerably, and the way that he's caught it is quite interesting. He doesn't decide to go the conventional manner. It's diving to his left. That's a good one.
Blaine's gone for 23 now. It's 163 for 7. Amazing cricket shot. Absolutely amazing. We've just seen a legit back cut for 6 by a number 9 batsman, Paul Hoffman.
Slapped over third man.
It's going to be 4.
It's tough out, yeah. That wasn't the worst of deliveries. Neither was that 6 earlier on, and Langeveld's bewildering look just down the wicket seemed to say it all, and he's done the same here. Just shows you, you're fractionally off your length. Change of pace. It's got to be one of the options, if not the most important option. But it's just small enough, just for the batsman, just to follow through with the stroke. There's enough pace on it.
That could be 4-2. This is a terrific little assault from Hoffman. With 2 balls back of a length and 1 ball over pitched, Langeveld has been reminded that you don't have to be playing Australia to go the distance. That'll go for 4-2. There's no hope of stopping an edge. The fielder's got only 5 or 6 yards to go, and he barely takes a pace before it clatters into the boundary board. Scotland have their highest score in World Cup cricket. 184 for 7, beating 181 for 7 against Scotland, against Australia in 1999. And he misses again. That one is out. That's run out comfortably. So Hoffman goes off the last ball of the innings. Scotland don't get a run from it, but they do have their best effort in World Cup cricket. They do have something to bowl at, and South Africa do have to make sure they get the run chase right. So Andrew Hall finishing the job with a pretty impressive last over against a batsman who was flailing at fresh air for much of it. Having said that, Hoffman run out there, finished with 18 from 11 balls, so he did a darn good job for the Scots. And Dougie Brown, the dependable Dougie, 45 from 64 balls with 3 boundaries in his innings. Well, that was an excellent flurry at the end. Dougie Brown and John Blaine and Paul Hoffman all doing their bit to haul Scotland to 186 for 8 after a very quiet bit in the middle where South Africa closed in them both with the ball. And in the field there were some quite fun strokes too by Fraser Watts at the top of the batting order there. Sean Pollock was exemplary, 10 overs, 1 for 25. McCarran Tierney pretty good too. There were 3 wickets for Andrew Hall, 2 for Charles Langeveld, and decent outings for Jacques Culloch and Graham Smith with the ball. The target then for the South Africans, 187 to win the game at a rate of 3.7 and over. Given this is a very good pitch, I don't think that should pose too many problems for them, but it will be interesting when we come back to see the kind of style in which they look to achieve their victory here in St Kitts today.
Here we go. Oh, that's very much a loosener, almost through the shot, Graham Smith. This is a forerunner for the 24th. Paul Hoffman from Townsville in Australia versus Graham Smith. I think when he faces the Australians, there'll be slightly quicker bowling. Off the mark. In typical Smith style, races across the turf.
He's put the ball there, Hoffman. Hasn't really bowled it, and that's what he's got to consider here. You can't be timid on this wicket. You've got to be able to hit the deck and know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll be punished. That sort of pace, he's got all the time in the world to see it and stick it away.
Boy, is that a good shot. Hey, that's raced away too. Second 4 in the over.
Second half volley. That is exactly where he likes it. Swinging into the pads, missing leg. He seldom misses out.
He's not going to do it. He's going to play his natural way with freedom. 14 for no wicket.
It's short on a good pitch. This will be punished. Very strong on the pull and the cut. There's a chance of a run out. Had there been a clean take, Smith would have been in trouble. Oh, this is neatly timed. Sweetly timed. All the way.
That's the way to do it. You sometimes get the feeling that A.B. de Villiers wants to overhit the ball. No matter how hard you hit it, you only get 4, and that is a neat way to play. Find the middle of the bat, find the gap. It's a small ground, and that's how you give yourself confidence. Well, he looks in good form, Graham Smith. 3 boundaries already, all good ones.
Looks better when he's trying to play through the offside, Graham Smith. When he starts to play it well there too, his confidence really grows. He's not known to be a great player through the offside. But when it starts to happen for him, then he becomes very tough to bowl to.
Much closer to the stumps, trying to change the angle for John Blaine.
Yes, the bottom line, Barry, really is that it's the sort of pitch you want to roll up and take all around the world with you. It's very good, very true. It seems to be coming on nicely. The new ball is going to come onto the bat with more pace. It's always the danger, though, for batsmen to think of going the aerial route too early on. It's the only time they might be in trouble.
A couple here.
The other problem is if you just play with a bit too much confidence and complacency, or take bowlers too much for granted, then you could find yourself in trouble. But if you're there on the day and you're mentally strong and your game's organised, what an opportunity to really get some big runs. Get some World Cup runs.
Graham Smith not really looking where the bat's touching, did he? Oh, he touched it down. I have a feeling he might have missed. Oh, don't bowl there. Do not bowl there. Good acceleration already from Graham Smith.
They haven't missed out on a bad ball. Everyone has gone to the boundary.
Plays it so well there, doesn't he? If it's not swinging and you're bowling on that middle and leg line, he just keeps pummeling you through that mid-wicket region. better area, but nicely guarded away. Great shot. Boundary for A.B. de Villiers, his second. 7-4s already.
It's good to watch him cutting the ball.
Very good placement. Bisected the two cover fielders perfectly. And that could be through as well. Second boundary in the over for A.B. de Villiers. 39 for no wicket. Just short, or did it go in? It might have been a chance. Ryan Watson, the stand-in skipper, put himself in a good position. Wasn't able to hang on to it.
These either stick or they don't. He's very close there.
Great shot. He is a strong man, Graham Smith.
Bit of width off it again. Bounds to go with it. And he hasn't missed this opportunity to stick it away.
I certainly think he's somebody that will worry the Australians, Graham Smith, because of the ability to hit boundaries with the hard ball in the first 10 overs. He can really take the game away from you. And the illustration there, 26 of 17. That's the kind of player he is. Whack, too short. 50 up.
It's coming good time for South Africa. Just after 6 overs have been bowled. Looks like a bit of a throwdown session at the moment. Graham Smith and A.B. de Villiers. Scots battling to get their lengths good, yeah. It's been too full or too short.
Oh, that was the buffet ball, wasn't it? Just stood up there and said, hit me.
Smith again, beautiful timing. Will that go all the way? It does. So absolute frustration for these Scottish bowlers.
Smith in brilliant form so far. 36 off just 24 deliveries. And just eased that. That was all placement. They put an extra man there on the offside behind point.
De Villiers pulls over mid-wicket and he pulls well. 4 runs.
I'm not sure really it was a pull shot, Dame. It was more of a back foot hoik. Just strength, really, from de Villiers. Not that short. Just to stand and deliver.
Smith moves to the leg side, helps his way down to fine leg. And another 4 for South Africa. 8th 4 for Graham Smith. Looks in very, very good nick.
Just following Smith there, Dougie Brown. He moved to the leg side to try and free his arms through the offside. He followed him and Graham Smith was up to the challenge.
Smith again, stands and delivers. Now punching to mid-off. And consecutive 4s now off Dougie Brown.
He moves on to 48. Graham Smith. Just punching down the ground. No real chance for mid-off there. Looking in a very positive frame of mind.
So not a power play. 3 out now for Scotland. Fine leg, deep backwards square leg, and third man. And De Vries again punches off the back foot. Does it supremely. So another boundary. 15th boundary of the innings. We're in the 11th over. Excellent batting.
We've got an extra man out on the boundary, but no one there. A little bit aerial for a while, but De Villiers will be pleased with his innings too. He got out for a duck in the first game, off only the second delivery.
Goes to leg, and there's his 50. And he gets there with a 4.
Acknowledges the crowd, Graham Smith. 10 fours in his 53. Teammates giving him a clap as well. He does look in great touch, Graham Smith, has to be said. Was a full toss, but that's a real cannon fodder for someone like Graham Smith.
De Villiers hits in the air. Will he be caught? Hack chasing. Restricted to 2. So that's the end of the over. South Africa 89 for none.
There's his wagon wheel so far. And good sign for Smith, scoring all over. 10 fours altogether, and most of them, or all of them, along the ground.
De Villiers punches again over mid-wicket. Finds himself with another 4.
We've seen that shot before in this innings from De Villiers. It's quite unorthodox. The ball isn't that short. It's probably hitting the bails. Just transfers his weight onto his toes and just lifts it over the infield. A lot of bottom hand in that shot.
Slow ball again, and De Villiers goes over the top. For 4 runs, that's the end of the over. South Africa dominant, 98 for none.
De Villiers not content on sitting up the other end and watching his captain Smith smashing the ball all over the park. He wants a bit of the action as well. Facial expressions there from Dougie Brown. Slower ball, but ended up being right in the slot, and De Villiers good enough to loft it long and straight.
That's a story so far of the South African innings, and a very impressive one as well. It's always impressive with the ball. They're just going up gradually in economy rates. Each bowler that comes on, 7, 8, 8, and Dougie Brown, 2 overs for 20. And we'll see a change in the bowling here. Majid Huck's got the ball, so we'll see some spin. So throwing it back to the South Africans, will have to make their pace a little bit more. So plenty of players in defensive positions on the boundary.
And of course, only the one power play used so far from Scotland. So good tactic this, I reckon. Just start to slow it up, try and slow the game down. Fairly defensive fields. Not sure whether it's going to work though. Both these batters are in good form and attacking frame of mind, so I wouldn't be surprised if it continues.
Smith now punches on the leg side. It's an easy 2, so 100 partnership for this South African pair. De Villiers, very adept little dab there through the offside field for 4. And that's the end of the over. South Africa 107 for none. Smith hits to leg, hits well, 4 all the way. Such a strong man, not needing to overhit the ball. And we're going to have a rotation in the commentary box. We'll have Mark Nicholas joined by Daryl Cullinan.
Fetch that. Very quick footwork. First 6 of this innings. A.B. de Villiers rocking onto his back foot. Now, there was a great South African all-rounder, Mike Proctor, these days a match referee. He used to play left-arm spin like that. He'd either drive it through the covers or over the covers, or he'd rock back and pull it over the mid-wicket area. Oh, that's just as good, if not better. What a little gem from A.B.
There's not much on it, yeah. Not much turn. There's not real drift through the air. It's at a gentle pace. He's decided he's going to go after it.
You might be able to see some drizzle sweeping across the ground here. Hopefully the wind will push those clouds away. But A.B. de Villiers clearly doesn't want to have a delay and have to come back a bit later. 134 for no wicket, 15.5 overs bowled. Just another 53 to win the game. Mid-on's gone back.
I guess we can comfortably say that the duck with Lewis should not be an issue, yeah? The other issue is, though, we've got to have 20 overs, though. We're only in over 15. Just out to the distance there. It looks as if it might be coming down there and on its way, yeah.
Well, this one should be out. Really should be out. Dougie Brown will take the catch. A.B. de Villiers' little onslaught comes to an end. So does the rain for the moment. He simply couldn't help himself.
Looking to go over the top again. That may just have held a bit on him. The good safe hands of Dougie Brown there. It has given the players time to enjoy a drinks break. Decides to go over the top. Will it find the boundary? Indeed it does. But his form was so prolific in Test cricket that it was inevitable he had to be included in the one-day squad. And will be, I agree with you, Mark, will be a vital player. He's considered to be the one to really push it around in the middle order.
And that won't do it any good at all, because that's gone all the way to the boundary. 150 up for South Africa.
Very loose delivery here from Rogers. Just dragged it down. Prince good enough to use the crease. Look at the footwork there on the back foot. Perfect. Perfect execution. Pick the gap.
Nicely done again. This might run all the way down to the boundary. It has slowed up because of the rain, but it still gets there short enough. Another 4 for Ashwell Prince. 25 is the target. Out. Straight to him. And Ashwell Prince, is on his way. Neil McCullum took a neat catch. It just didn't come to Ashwell Prince. He played a little bit too early and paid the penalty.
Ashwell Prince will be walking off, shaking his head. It's just a long hop. 2 mistakes, didn't keep it along the ground and didn't pick the gap. So there he is, he's shaking his head on the way off. 21, South Africa 162 for 2.
just chipped it over. Didn't quite get all of it, Graham Smith, but he's such a powerful player that even half a bat on it is enough to get to the boundary. Here we go. Up go the arms. Well, we need another new ball. They were sensible enough, Bluey. They took a couple out. It's like the old baseball crowd. You hit one into the crowd, you get to keep it.
Got underneath that. It was a big hit. Might have gone out of the ground, did it? Yep. Onto the roof. I think the ball's been returned, actually. There's a solid blow from Graham Smith.
Won't be the last one. Be keen to finish this off. Needs to get all 9 runs to get to the 100. I'm sure Justin Kemp is well aware of that. He'll just block it if he happens to get the strike, but don't be surprised if there's 4 balls left in this over. He's overrun it. He's after it, don't you worry about that, and could easily get it with a 6. Pinch the bowling. Nudge the 1. Out. Mistimed it, Graham Smith, trying to end the game in quick time. And he's gone for 91 in just 64 deliveries.
Graham Smith going for the big one again. Fired in quicker and more leg side. Thickish edge to mid-wicket. Rogers cleaning up. Graham Smith, very, very well made 91 off just 65 deliveries, 178 for 3.
Oh, that's gone. That's over our heads. What a way to go for Justin Kemp. South Africa go to 188 in absolute style. You won't see that ball. It's somewhere in the high street. Magnificent blows, a 4 and a 6 to end with for Justin Kemp. Smiles all round for South Africa. It's been a very clinical performance from them. Scotland will be disappointed but not disgraced. Their last 10 overs were pretty good. They tried hard, Scotland, but basically outclassed.
There's that power again. Justin Kemp, that's gone out of the ground. So Sean Pollock didn't get to face the delivery. Probably reasonably happy with that, but got underneath that. Admired it all the way. Like one of your 7-irons yesterday, Barry Richards.
I tell you what, he's got sunburn looking up on the roof of his mouth. Sean Pollock, that went over that tree. You can see as the players filter off, that's the little stand. Would have gone well over that one as well. So Justin Kemp ends it in style. South Africa win by 7 wickets, handshakes all round.
Too good is the truth behind that scorecard. South Africa finishing 188 for 3. There was a nice 91 from Graham Smith, a sparkling 62 from A.B. de Villiers, a crisp 21 from Ashwell Prince, and then it was all finished in thunderous fashion by Justin Kemp. Hard as Scotland and indeed the Netherlands try, they're being outclassed. It isn't that they don't bowl with spirit. In fact, they bowl with a fair bit of discipline, but the ability levels, well, there's quite a big gulf. South Africa then winning this game by 7 wickets, confirming that they're in good nick. Graham Smith was chosen as the man of the match for his 91, and this first stroke particularly, that straight drive, telling us what good form he's in. He's always strong through the leg side, but his offside strokes were especially good today as well. So he'll be delighted with his form and, of course, the form of his own team. And his own team were happy to applaud him today. very strong position that South Africa find themselves in. Not only are they the #1 team in the world at the moment in the one-day game, but they're top of that group thanks to their net run rate. They play Australia in what will be a humdinger of a match here in St Kitts on Saturday. Before then, we've got the Netherlands and Scotland. You probably just picked Scotland on current form. That's on Thursday. We're looking to that as well. But for the moment, from all of us here beneath some sunshine, I'm pleased to say it's goodbye.